All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It is Shalonda or Shay Seeking, and I'm back with another video. So again, hold on one second. Hold on. All right, I feel like a bear. Like I needed something in that back corner. Hold on, let's see. I just feel like it's just naked back here. Okay, so anyway. All right, so all right, couple somewhat revelations again that I think also have something to do with the video that I put up with the whole Solomon energy, right? Um, what can we call it? Somewhat prophetic. Now, again, these things, like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm playing catch up to something that has happened within the past 10 years or 11, maybe 13 years, right? And again, I'm just coming into this type of awareness of it because of some kind of blockage or blinding energy. I feel like it has something to do with whatever, again, occurred with the capital energy and also uh, the B gram or Bagram uh, energy. And I think it also has to do with just a lot of stuff, a lot of turmoil that's going on, a lot of me trying to clear things out, right, and move forward, right. So again, it feels kind of weird because I'm in this different energy now. But again, I feel like some of these things Source puts on me that I do have to complete and put forth, in order to continue down the path of, enlightenment and realization, right. So it's a journey, it's a path, right. So again, dealing with okay, let's see where we'll start. So this whole thing about like when I get disrespected, I get disrespectful. So again, I mean, like I saw that quote earlier, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess you know what I'm saying. I guess that's kind of like the mentality when I feel like there's too much going on around, and I feel like there's some deceptive energy around, and I need to weed through and find out what it is. And like I said, some of these messages I feel like is for me, and it's also for other people. So there's a lot of that Bilquis energy that just came in today. When it comes to like Bilquis, being that prior to Aphrodite kind of energy, dealing with America, right? And also, again, the men, right? Because again, I told you guys, sometimes people could probably see a complex when it comes to the energy of masculines or divine masculines, right? And the way I speak about feminine and divine feminines, because again, most time, the divine feminines, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm cool with, because again, we have a certain real core oracle, seer, reader kind of energy, and y'all gonna have to excuse me. Well, I guess it look all right. You know what I'm saying, I didn't do my makeup or anything today, but my eyebrows kind of, you know how you be mad when you go let somebody do them and then they do too much. Well, that's what happened, right, this time. So I'm letting them grow back. But anyway, enough about that. So like I said, I feel like Source is having me take a look at the masculine energy in general, in the 3D, in real life, the ones closest to me, the ones that are closest to me in the spiritual realm, again, in that sort of thing. So I was walking through the house, and I don't know, lately, like I said, I think I shared this card the last time because I went ahead and pulled a couple of cards before we started here. And where is she? Where is she? Did I put it back in the deck? Oh, I did. Okay. And it just so happened to be like the second card. So anyway, this Tower card, right? I guess usually I think about the Tower card as like calamity, right? Or just something that's just like pent up and needs to sometimes come down, right? So I guess it kind of does have that energy of unplug and relax. But again, for me, it's relaxing, but it's also realizing. So it's in Revelations, right? So unveiling as well. And as things are unveiled, I feel like that's what's happening. And I don't mean for it to be like a whirlwind, or I don't mean to be in that Archer energy, but like like when it all falls down, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, somebody gonna be mad, and I just don't want it to be me. Okay? And anybody that's for me, right? So, but I know that there's all kind of stuff going on, and I can't help what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can't see, and that's why I'm saying dealing with this energy, sometimes you can't see that's right in front of your face that might be not good for you, or maybe toxic or whatever. So, all I know is this got something to do with thrones. We in the Game of Thrones. And again, like I said, whether this is something that already had happened and I'm just coming into, it also has that energy. I told you guys about that story. I think it's a Hindu or story when it comes to India, about a girl and her 7 brothers or something like that. And I don't know, sometimes that's what I feel like. And I feel like I'm the one that they circle around, but everybody has their own agenda, whether it be something, I don't know. It's almost like energy vampire, and then some are here to fill me up or fill up my cup, or plural, right? And then some energy is just to, examine the situation, right? And then I feel like, again, when it comes to some masculines, it's safe to say that a lot of them are attached to feminine energies that, sometimes, a female may not get along with somebody's sister or their mama. You know what I'm saying? Or, again, they sister be jealous about how the brother is with the sister. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So like a lot of that energy, I feel like the feminines can be attached to them. And then it's just like this whole thing where I know that there's this copycat energy in general. And, whatever I do, it's like if those individuals are connected to me spiritually, whether they know it or not, or they're doing it on purpose or not, I feel that I can't even have my own thoughts. I can't have my next move, whether I write it down, whether I'm thinking it, without it feeling like it's transferred over to some of these feminine energies, and then they use it, right? Because again, it doesn't matter, right? I keep on moving, but I know that there's always this oppressive energy around me. I think because it has to do with something about the one, not just being like the biggest star in the room, but like somebody that packs a potent amount of light in a lot of different levels, dimensions, in different aspects, right? So again, dealing with the political, dealing with the caste system, all parts of that caste, right? And dealing with politics and all this other stuff too. So again, it's just a lot. And sometimes I got to like pipe down on certain things, right? But then I have to also go in on others. So it's just like that, right? Okay. So again, it's always hard for me, like I said, when it comes to trust, when we're dealing with things of that realm, right? Because for me to really fully take something in and embrace and trust or someone, I have to have some kind of tangible connection with them, or else it's always going to be this something in the side of, in the back of my mind that's saying, just keep your eyes peeled. Because it may not be the individual, it's their selves. It might be some other individual or entity that's attached onto them, right? So anyways, I was watching Rain, and I think I'm in like the 4th or 5th episode or something, and it was the whole one episode about the Mary possibly having to marry Bash because she was afraid that Francis was going to, the prophecy that Nostradamus gave, right, about something happening to Francis because of the union between him and Mary. So she ran off with Bash to go hide away and try to find out what else they can do, because she didn't want anything to happen to Francis. But because of that, Bash ended up getting dragged into, which is the half brother, right? Ended up getting dragged into it, and then he was going to be in trouble. So it was either watch him die or watch Francis, and she came up with something where they neither one of them had to, right? Okay, and it was very, very sad, but yeah. So anyway, so let's go back. I want to talk about what it said, the prophecy said. I'm not going to read the whole thing, right? I mean, if I can find it. Okay. All right. So again, it was so funny because yesterday I was thinking about, I kept on seeing little glimpses of, what is it? The wildlife that was harmed due to the oil spill that's going on in California, right? I don't know if it's southern or not. But then a lot of songs and a lot of different things that I was looking at yesterday kept saying the raining, like it never rains in Southern California, and just like rain in general, right? And again, I look at that as like raindrops, but then again, I look at it as rain, like pulling the reins or control, right? Just like the show, Rain, right? So I started to think about like all of the, when I saw all the red, of the poppy, right? It made me think about, I just Googled poppies, and it came up that, it says California poppies grow well in Wisconsin. And I'm thinking like, damn, how is that so? Like, isn't the, atmosphere just a lot different? Isn't it like, I don't know. I just thought that was strange. And it says, now there was a lot of stuff going on with the woods, right? There's a strange encounter I had when it comes to the woods, right? Yesterday I was going to go into the woods and go walking, but I just got stuck there admiring all the red trees and stuff that was filling up the park. And I decided to do what I was going to do, just sit in the car, instead of going on the walk, right? Because I don't know, something is telling me something strange. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of weary because of the incident that happened, right? So it says it's given full sun, the good drainage, planting until the seeds germinate in 1 to 3 weeks. Depending on the temperature. And see, this is what I hate. I hate trying to discern the parts that I'm supposed to be, keeping to myself in the parts that I'm supposed to be speaking on. It makes me not even want to talk anymore. It does. It's sad. But it makes me feel like, since it's hard to be in that situation when you know that people are trying to cover you up. And like I said, you don't know what energies that you can trust or not, especially when it's coming to high caliber energies, positions of power, things like this. I know that there's, whatever this energy is wants you to feel like everybody is against you, but I know that there's a pocket of individuals that, again, whether it's just picking up on my energy or us, transferring energy or whatever, that's not the case, right? It's like this kind of stagnant energy that kind of throws obstacles for me to trip up or whatever, and it just irritates me. But I just, this is what I've been doing, so it's just like, whatever. So again, I just thought that was interesting or whatever, okay, about the poppies or whatever, and then the whole correlation between, because I've been in a lot of Khalifa energy, right, and thinking about something about San Francisco possibly, and some kind of energy. I don't know, y'all, right? So again, just my red hair and everything, it just had me thinking about some things, right? So, okay, we're talking about the crown. So again, I had to say that, I can't be like entertaining every energy that comes around. And that's the main thing that I deal with, blocking out energy, because, like I'm someone that has like a one track mind, but then again, it's source trying to show me that is probably my problem, that I'm actually keeping out other energy and just, paying attention to one energy when all of the energies are there to assist, you know what I'm saying, in whatever it would be, even if it's things that may irritate me or, set obstacles, is all for me to grow, right? That's why I feel like I can still keep a smile on my face and still move on and be positive and still want to do what I do. Because again, I know that even if it's the good and the bad, yin yang, whatever it will be, that, at the end of the day, everything will be fine, right? So, all right, so let's go. Let me get back into here. Right? So, I'll just tell you certain energy, right, that I've been picking up on, and the energy I feel like I can feel around me. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be these particular individuals or this energy, right? It could be also something pertaining to them that is attached to them, right? Because I'm a firm believer that when it comes to the energy of black sheep of the family, or those of us that were chosen or selected or the elect, that when it's talking about like going into the mountains, right? I don't know. I feel like sometimes spiritually that is like them connecting into, being around those who are chosen to push the family forward, to break these so-called curses and things like that. So you may be dealing with the energy of some of your ancestors. Some of them may be warriors, some may be savage, some may be really sweet, some may be, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we're dealing with that kind of energy. And so it's a lot. And I pick up, it's like that empathic something, I pick up a lot on that and people in their energy. And that's why at this point in time, I feel like, it's time for me to disconnect, right? At least even physically, right? From a lot of people close and far. So anyway, all right, so it was the whole thing about that or whatever. And I guess they were trying to figure out a way, Catherine was scheming, the king was like, I don't give a damn, what I'm saying? Mary is going to be the next, they wanted Mary to state the claim to the English throne. So it brought me back to recently, why am I worried about what the queen is doing? Like, like why am I was just wondering, wow, a lot's been going on in the world, nobody's been saying anything about, what I'm saying, the queen. And so it made me just wonder a little bit like, excuse me. And I know that in that episode they were talking about, again, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what queen it was, but was not doing well. And I'm not saying that that's what the case is, but I'm just I try to correlate what I'm just trying to say that I feel, sense, and see. And things that I know, right? And so it was between, I guess, Elizabeth and Mary, but Mary had the rightful claim, right? And I can't remember what happened that it didn't work that way, but there was also some concern with war, right? And so I know over time, you know what I'm saying, with the information that I'm bringing here, that again, I feel like there's ties there. And I made mention of certain things, and I made mention of certain other individuals, and I feel like, I just don't know. But I feel like it's just that. Because like, just imagine like parallel universe or a heavenly kingdom being built. Even the energy of like gods or whatever selecting their elect or whatever from their elect, and who and matching up and putting where. So I just see it as that. But anyways, so I'll just show you a couple of coat of arms that came to mind because, certain energy stuck to it, certain names, certain things or whatever like that. So the quote was like something like, the prophecy was something like the lion is going to fight the dragon in the field of poppies or something like that. So that's what started the whole thing. So I'm thinking like, I had to think about the Lion of Judah. I had to think about the red lion that sometimes I connect to Mary. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about other, again, feminine energies or whatever that are strong energies, right? In the situation that I feel like I'm in. And it just made me start to see certain things. So I started to look, and then we have remember we did something on the red heifer or the red cow, sacrificial energy or whatever. And so this coat of arms came up, right? And I decided not to put the names on there. I decided just to use the images, right? But, excuse me, we do see a lion here. We see red, you know what I'm saying? I wonder, and then white is purity, right? And then we see this calf here, right? So these are all male energies I feel are connected to these, right? And this energy, like I said, is very similar to someone that's very close to me. You know how, like, okay, let's just say, like, there could be a surname like Pitt and then a surname like Pittman. So like that. Or something. Yeah. So this coat of arms was very close to an energy of a male energy that is close to me. That I feel like I've been getting, I can usually depend on, right? But I've been getting like just random bits of just unflattering energy. And again, it could be because of current situations and things like that, but I don't know. That struck me to see that name was pretty close to. But I mean, this energy, is real low key and cool, right? Right? This is the name that is just partial name. The individual that I'm close to actually has the full name with, right? The compound name. So I thought that was very strange, right? This energy right here is the compound name's energy, right? So it made me think about Jesus. It made me think about Christ dying on the cross, right? And then it also makes me think about like a crossroads. It also makes me think about like seeing in a cross watching kind of, I don't know, energy. And I feel like that maybe I'm just even coming up with a revelation right now, that the death energy that I feel around me is a society afraid of what I have to offer when it comes to what I speak. I was writing something the other day about, something about something like, I don't know, about pistols or something like that. And they were talking a lot about guns and stuff like in the media, right? But to me, I was getting this whole other energy about people's mouths, right? Opening up and being as accurate as an archer as any weapon could be. So turning people's voices that are speaking in volume or speaking truth into weapons of mass destruction. So something about like something about letting pistols go and not open my mouth and let the whistle blow. It was something like that. So, but that was giving me that whole energy, like I said, around the whole thing, right? So again, I feel like this energy right here, that's the closest in actually in physical and family, right? That cross, you see, also represents the crossroads I feel like I'm going through. And it also represents the stagnancy that's around. But it's so many things that are possibly of my fault, and then other things that are out of my power that also are contributing to the stagnancy from me moving forward. All right? So even getting over the fear, right? The fear, like, or being afraid is not there, right? But doubt is there. And the reason why doubt is there is because of all this chaotic energy that is around, that is being sent my way and that I'm having to deal with. And also things not being clear. And it's almost like being in the energy that I'm in. I can't just be running around. It was like kind of like even how like in this episode they were saying that Mary just can't go off by herself or whatever because of, who she is or whatever, without protection. And that's just kind of like how it is. And it's like a luring energy that wants to lure me mentally, right? Spiritually or physically in certain directions. And again, I have to wonder because I've been having a very different approach to the most trustworthy. And this is what I'll be saying. What source saying? So the most trustworthy energy that I'm connected to, like, right? That it feels like that connection is being, I look at it as like the Francis energy, right? And it seems like that energy is being the connection is being severed. And I can't tell if it's by choice or not. So those are the kind of things that I'm seeing. Feeling like also a loss. Is that energy still even here with spiritually or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Could it goes back to the whole bait energy that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Could that just be energy to bait? Because they know that when it comes to that energy, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? My mind is going there. I want to know. I hope that they're okay. You know, it's a deeply rooted. So that's where we're at. So again, this reminds me of the cross or whatever. And again, there is a lot of stagnancy and a lot of stuff that's going on again with that energy right now. Now, this is one of my coat of arms, right? So it's funny that on that episode when the people that were, but it's the funny thing is, hold on. Okay, so on that episode when Mary was running through the forest with Bash on the horses, they were trying to get out, right? I was wondering why this showed up again. This card, the tree. Let them go, right? So this always reminds me of like family ties, familial ties, even if they're spiritual, right? Or in this realm, letting ties go. But at the same time, I don't know, it is making me think of a surname, even surname. And maybe even I'm not even looking at the side of the family that I'm talking about when it comes to the Stewart energy, but this is the other side, right? And I realized that these are the colors that were on the tassels and on the horses that were chasing after Bash and Mary in the woods, right? And then we noticed that here we have the also we have those red dots, kind of like on that red heifer coat of arms. The red dots are surrounding that lion with the crown, and it's almost like this lion already got the crown. You see, right? That's strange because, okay, so we had that card and then we also have this one here, right? The throne. Your potential is endless, right? So I'm worried about, again, like a conservatorship energy that might be over me that I'm not aware of, that may be, you know what I'm saying, guiding things and moving things. And is it in the right direction? Because today I was thinking like, okay, I want to start focusing more on the things that I need to do, right? But at the same time, for somebody like me, I just can't, because it's like I've been abandoned in this energy where I feel like I have no one to count on but source, the ancestors, guides, and angels, right? And that I can't just let my guard down, just get lost in work, because I have people coming for my head. That's what, and in that episode, and I'm not saying that this is exactly how it's got to play out this time. These are just markers that make me think that the British actually wanted her head, but I guess the Vatican wanted her on the throne, or we're going to allow her to be on the throne. But we also have to remember about the so-called conspiracy energy that's wrapped around Mary, the bones in the basement in the Vatican. We'll just say it like that. Again, it's alleged, right? Right? And that's what I'm saying about this whole thing. It's almost like, again, another feminine energy is attached to a masculine energy, and they want me out of the way of some throne or something so that they can dominate or have dominion over me, my estate, and everything. So it's just so funny to me, like I said. And I can't pinpoint, and I don't want to think it's certain people, but I'm just like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And I was watching something, and a clip came on about some Pandora Papers. And I'm thinking like, that's kind of something that I think they were going to be putting it out today, maybe in the Washington Post or something like that. So that's something that I actually do want to, look into, because I don't know, it's just something like sources sending me in that direction, right? It just has to deal with crafty counsel, right? So again, the sundress, right? Do it for you. And you know what? It reminds me of a song or some lyrics, right? About a dress, right? Being see-through, actually. So I don't know, but that means something totally different. Like I'm taking it to different like heights or whatever as to what it means, right? So again, okay. So again, don't doubt your worth, and that's the thing, because I feel like if people are trying to like either sabotage because in that episode, I think the King of Spain was there. Some stuff popped off with them. He was going to take Mary, and he was going to try to take her virtue. And then some of the girls in the court end up having their virtue taken, right? Or they were trying to take the virtue of the ladies of the court. And Mary had on red. That's the first time I seen her in red. It was almost like the sacrificial heifer. That energy almost. The poppy energy. And the other day I had on this hair is like sienna copper or something like that, but I mean, I would consider it red, and I had on like an orange dress that, I don't know. I just be looking at too many things, okay? So again, it says the lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. And again, that's the thing. I'm worth fighting for and going for whatever is meant for me. I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to let other people down. I don't want to put myself in harm's way, and I don't want to put anyone else in harm's way. But again, in order to do what you got to do, you got to step forward. You got to take care of it. You got to do what you got to do. Again, and if somebody's going to be having their feelings hurt, I would hope it would not be me, because I've been working too damn hard to get where I'm being, right? So again, to let other energy that's coming around just because I feel like they're always two steps ahead, or just because I feel like they are peering in, or the succubus or copycat energy, I can't let that, make me drown. Ooh, there was something else about drowning too. Okay, so anyways, all right, y'all. Right? So again, I am always enough, right? So that's where that disrespect come in. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, and if somebody, around me, I just need to know for sure from now on, or, I'm just going to keep myself in that world energy and keep myself in that bubble until I get to where I'm going. And I think that that's where it is right now. So again, this is kind of like, again, speaking to the multitude, right? While you're, right? On the Truman Show, he just walked the hell out. He didn't want to tell him nothing. But for me, I don't know. I feel like, because this message is not just for me, right? So it says here, gold. You don't need someone to fix you, right? So I know that, like, in that episode, there was a talk about gold, because they were trying to repay this guy because he was like, going nuts about something about his son. He felt like they were going to take over the kingdom, right? They were going over the walls. All right, so nostalgia. I didn't want to do this video that much today, but again, it says focus on the here and now. Even though I know I'm moving forward in a more positive light, but why can't this be positive? This is, again, this is me. This is a part of me. This is a part of my journey. This is a part of something too. So again, I have to be able to express that. Again, why would a messenger or someone that has that's somewhat of an oracle or a seer or someone, why would you, want to suppress that? And again, it's just, this is my outlet, period, right? But then again, I was gonna not do the video, but it's like focus on the here and now. So I'm like, well, damn, okay, the here and now is me moving forward and being, in a more positive light and learning how to process this and learning how to get my balance between the two realms or whatever. So again, what that means to me is also be able to not just do this, but also incorporate other things about me again, when I'm by myself alone in my daily routine. You know what I'm saying? And then also possibly on my platforms, because people think they see one part of you and they just think that that's you. And, it's just, that's it. People judge, right? So again, and that's the whole wounded energy I feel, because I feel like, again, whatever is happening lately does have where people are walking away, but it may not be for bad reasons. I feel like, again, certain energy is leaving, certain things are being moved in, moved out, whatever is going on. I'm just trying to balance and get to know the new energies and get to know whatever. And I'm just hoping that, again, there's certain energies that will never leave my side, right? So, but again, if you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. The guys know, God knows, Source know. So again, if that's what it be, if it be the will of Source and Source is on my side, then hey, I guess that's just what it is. I can't hold on to someone that don't want to be held, which I never want to do. And also I shouldn't be holding on to people that is, going to harm my chances or come in and like do this troubleshooting that ends up having me, going in the wrong direction. So again, the other day I had picked this card the last time I showed you guys cards, and I couldn't remember if I showed it or not. And I said, I don't want to come off as being in that energy, but I feel like when it comes to this message that we just did today, is going to slay anyone that is in the way. And it's funny how, again, she has this red dress on, right? So we're talking about the field of poppies. We're talking about Mary's red dress. We're talking about the red that I've been wearing lately. I'm looking at the dragons that are here. We see flowers. They're not poppies, but, Dorothy in her little red shoes, she looked like a wounded soldier or a veteran. It gives me that whole energy, like I said, about this whole energy when it comes to Kabul and Bagram and all that stuff. And even with the military young man, I don't know if it's like Stuart something, right? That is, that they are allegedly holding in jail. I feel like spiritually I can feel that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel like whatever that's talking about, it makes me think about this mental prison that a lot of us could be, or spiritual prison or whatever, that some of us can be unjustly sitting in when it comes to being a part of society or sharing our information. There's a whole attack on, so-called witches and, gifted people, or people that are speaking out about our, so-called rights. And, it's, I don't know, it's just unjust. It's very unjust. I don't know. And it's just like, so who, like we're talking, so who is it? Is it the people that are calling these whistleblowers, these people with these gifts, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem? Or is it the other way around? You know what I'm saying? Because why are we working so hard to do that then, right? So that's just how I look at it. So it's like, it's just a rocky time right now that has me pulling away. But I feel like this message was important for me to do because, it's like, I just want to move forward and not just, like I said, I don't want fear to have me stagnant and like I said, I feel like I'm fearless, right? But I don't want like deep concern for things to, even if it is supposed to be a prophecy. Again, it's Monday. Today is my mindful manifestation days. So again, if I can, I feel like if we can manifest certain things in our lives, why can't I manifest things that have to do with very personal things like love and relationships and things like that. I'm always in my work mode. And then why feel like there's an energy of manifestation, whether it is, again, you or whatever, your destiny. why not just go with the flow? And there's with the control. The control tendencies. I won't say issues, but the tendencies maybe come in. So I don't know. And I'm learning that, again, there's some things that I just don't want to deal with. But hopefully there's a treasure chest of jewels in the videos that I'm dropping, you know what I'm saying, for the amount of people that do watch. But yeah, I do feel like that. And I feel like the main things that I'm thinking of is just, like I said, defilement and all these other things. And then being in a situation where, again, I guess there are powerful, so-called powerful people in certain positions that are looking at me some kind of way and judging in some kind of way. But I feel like Source has put me here, and there's a fire and desire inside of me that has it. So I cannot just give up on that which is, no, I didn't build you directly, organically, and naturally to do what I have you doing, for you to be concerned about anyone that's been built from the Build a Being workshop or their owners, right? And don't let the judgment and things of people control your narrative and where you're going. Because I know I'm not a malicious person. I know I'm not a horrible person. I know I'm a person that's going through many things like many different people right now are going through. And I just want the best for all of us, no matter what race, creed, you know what I'm saying, anything, you know. And so that's just where I stand. That's where I stand. And I think that, you know, for people to put their life on the line and go in the front lines for the country, is funny how we can use certain platforms in order to degrade and drown those people, instead of holding them at a high honor. And it's almost like it's too late until they're gone. Like, I don't want them to, right? It's almost like someone miss you when you're gone. So it's just like that. So anyways, I think that's it, guys, for today. Really, dragons slay them all. But again, you know what I'm saying? I don't look at dragons as bad all the time. Maybe that's my problem, because I'm just too open and just too 360, like, okay with things until you show me. When you show me, there's only one way, and that's the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. All right? And sometimes it's hard for me to see, because I just want to see the good. Yeah. And then, you know what? Focus on the here and now. It's so funny how I just had to look at that real quick, how they're sitting there and she just talks to her friend, and she trying to keep her composure. The friend just talking and everything, her mind all the way up there. Off in space, mermaids, galaxies, rocket ships, and moon, stars. You know what I'm saying? She there. And so again, like I said, I have to learn how to, like, yeah. So it also reminds me of the twin flame energy within yourself, connecting to that higher and that lower, and being able to, you know, between the two. Right? I don't know what is giving me a 6-9 and also a Cancer energy. I don't know. Is it Cancer? I'll have to check. But anyways, guys, I don't want to take up any more of your time. So again, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained if you like, for more alternative information, past, present, and future, and not just for me but others. And I'll see you guys soon.